G'day, Jock here from BALO Marine. Well, I've got a rip in the top of my main and I'm going to try to drop the sail, flake it neatly on the deck to exposing the top of it, and then I'll probably have to move a sewing machine up there and I'll attempt to stitch it up. This could be interesting, so yeah, stick around, you can check it out. Hopefully I don't get too frustrated and start abusing the missile or anything. We'll see. Alright, check it out. Now the sail is attached courtesy of this track that's bolted to the mast. These are called cars, sail cars or slugs. So I'm going to have to pull a pin out from the bottom and you'll get it all out. So I just let down the side of the bag here, the lazy jacks. I'll pull them out of the way and hopefully we'll get it down and we'll just neatly flake it back and forth there on the side of the boat. And I won't get too abusive. Put it under the front of the sail, up there, out there. Put it under the roofing lines here. Pin here stops all the cars falling out from the track. Pull that out and go to get the cars out. Now this boat has a lot of sail. It's a big sail and it's heavy and it's been mucking around to get it to go where you want it to. So ideally I was hoping it was all, I was going to try to stack it on one side of the boom a little and then just feed it out to us as I needed it. So then yeah, so it'll work. It won't stay to the battens. They get caught and that, so I have to pull it back up. And of course, yeah, it all just falls out everywhere anyway. It's so heavy. Wrestling, there's a lot of, maybe 45 square metres of sail. This sail is pretty tight. On new sails, there's quite defined creases, and it really makes a huge difference. They'll flake together like really quick and easy. Composite sails as well, they've got very sharp creases. But we persevered, up and down, back and forth. Yeah, maybe a bit of circus music might go down well here. A bit of bodginess here and there. Try and try this. This is the machine we used. It's a Singer Heavy Duty 4452. It's been modded with a walking foot and some extra sharp needles. Originally I thought that I'd have to have the machine up the top, but there was a little bit of rain in that, and then I realised I could stick the sail down through the hatch, as it was, you know, the head of the sail, so it's quite narrow, and we'd be able to do it downstairs. You can see the tear there, right there along the seam. I thought I'd just flatten it out here, and I put some double-sided tape down, and I'll stick the patch over the top. Good theory. Ideally you'd pin it all together, but it's just too tough for pins, the Dacron. The double-sided tape seemed to hold it pretty good though. So I've got a patch on the front and wrap that around the leech. Now there was a leech line in there, so I had to leave a little bit of space there, and a smaller patch on the other side. The machine seemed ready to go. I had the techie on it, fine tuning it. She did a magnificent job. And we started off. Now these needles, I sharpened them up a little bit on a stone because in some spots here it's going through 8 or 9 layers of Dacron, and that's pretty heavy. do that shit. You hear the machine straining sometimes, and you've got to grab the flywheel and give it a little turn. The biggest hassle was moving it around in between like runs, just because there wasn't much space underneath the foot. Ideally a long arm machine, which is you can also buy, it makes a big difference, gives you a bit more room to get your material in behind. Well, it's a bit rough, but not bad, I think. I think it will suffice. Yeah, let's pull it up a bit and see. Gonna give all these a bit of a clean. Try to help the track go. By cleaning the slugs, there's a bit less friction in the track. It's all about friction, really. You keep your boat clean so it'll go faster through the water, everything like that. Silicone spray is my friend. And I managed to pull the sail more or less all the way up, just 1-to-1 purchase, no wind. There's a repair. A little bit bodgy. That should do. I've got that loose there, so for the leech line. This side equally bodgy, but I think it will be enough. Exactly. So yeah, a little bit of a muck around pulling it up first time again. Had to attach the blocks on the front of the sail for the first and second reef, as well as run the lines at the back, of course, which invariably will be twisted and have to be done again. I knew there'd be some stuff ups with things like that. They've got to be aligned properly, so I was prepared to go up and down a bit. Luckily I could do all this in my slip. The wind was going the right way, so the sail wasn't getting blown around against the wires and the other shrouds and things. Beautiful day, had the footy on, lovely. Most importantly, it means I can go sailing again. Another future project, zip here, there's one spot where it's lost some teeth, so the bag doesn't zip up and down, so I'll be replacing that. Well, by no means a professional job, but I'm not too disappointed in it. It went better than I thought. You knew there'd be a lot of troubles, you know, because it's just a domestic machine. Although a heavy duty one with a good walking foot and some sharp needles, just access scrunching the sail in around a needle, and that was always going to be a hassle. You know, the sail lofts have a great big flat floor, and they have their sewing machines in a pit in the middle of it all, so they can make it all work. But it's definitely secure enough, and it gave me a chance to look at all the other bits and pieces to the sail. So I've got it up, I've put it back down, I'm putting it away, and well, it's time for a beer, I think. Been listening to the footy, and Melbourne are back, eh? Anyway, like and subscribe, turn the notifications and the bell on, and we'll hope to bring you some good stuff. See you later. Bye-bye.